So here we go, we're floating up towards the top of the water, and we get to this point, this is a safe spot to do a countdown. Are we all ready to rock and roll?
Yep, we are ready to go on a countdown.
Go ahead and, you want me to do it, or you want to do it, or?
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Benadictator, and this is Bioshock. We'll be doing some Bioshock action here. This is like probably my main speedrun game. So the first one I learned, well, that's not true. Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider is the first one I learned, but I kind of gave up on that one in lieu of Bioshock. Maybe I'll get back to it someday, but this is a good, fun, fast-paced run. So this first part, this first level is like an intro level, and there's a lot of cutscenes. It's like 4.5 minutes cutscenes right in the beginning. But that'll give me some time to sort of explain things about the run and introduce myself. So this part gets very dark, but you just run towards the little light at the back of the screen there. Make our way down here, and we get to our first trick. We're gonna jump out of this bathysphere, I hope. There we go. And we land outside of it, and the game's gonna get confused and say, wait a minute, you're supposed to be inside that bathysphere. Let's just put you right on top of it. So now we're gonna be floating through the ocean, just chilling on top of a bathysphere. Just cruising around. But yeah, hello. Like I say, this is a really great speedrun. I recommend anybody who's interested in getting some speedrun action in. This is a good one to start out on. The learning curve isn't too terrible, and it's a lot of fun. So while we're kind of floating around here in the ocean, I'll kind of explain a few things that are going to be coming up. The first big weird trick that we do has to do like right when we get Electrobolt, we're going to be interacting with this Gatherer's Garden machine. Now what we're going to do is a weird little save load action where we're going to activate the machine. It's going to give us Electrobolt, but then we're going to hop away from the machine itself. We're going to start hopping backwards right away, so the cutscene that's supposed to play after you get Electrobolt will not play. We skip minutes of cutscene action by doing that. Unfortunately, the one drawback is that the game will constantly be trying to suck us into that machine for the rest of the level, so we have to do a weird hopping mechanic where we jump away from it for the rest of the level. It's super annoying, super tricky, but luckily it's only for the one intro level that we have to worry about that. There's one other main trick that we're going to be doing a lot, which is called audio diary skips. We pick up these audio diaries that basically just give us some lore or some backstory into the game. You know, it's a little collectible, and you play it, and it has a little audio track. But what we can do is during certain audio sequences throughout the game, we can quick play one of those audio diaries and skip right past that audio sequence. And there's going to be certain areas in the game where a door is going to be locked until a certain audio segment is finished, or we can't take this action or that action until dialogue is finished. We can skip past all that crap with the audio diary skips, which is cool. Other than that, trying to think of other big skips that we do. Death warps. We die in certain spots so that we get rezzed in these Vita chambers. We can fast travel around the map by doing that. Oh yeah, and then the other big trick that we do is a fling, which we're basically going to use telekinesis, and we're going to hop on top of objects and use that to just jump way up into the air. But yeah, so those are like the main tricks that we'll be taking advantage of, and there's a handful of other ones that we'll see too. But now we're back inside the bathysphere, as we can see. And now the reason that we jumped out on top of the bathysphere is because once we were done with that previous segment, like, we slid into that tunnel, and then we started rising, and that's how we got into this part of the level. The previous level, like, stops loading, or starts loading the new level once our character reaches a certain height. So since we're standing on top of that bathysphere, we're at that height as soon as we go into that tunnel, where normally we'd have to go into the tunnel, and then it would have to start rising before we load the next level. So we save like 2 seconds. You know, every second counts, but we save a couple seconds by doing that little trick, and it's a super easy trick to do. But yeah, so we got probably about a minute left of cutscene before we actually start our run. Here's Rose. She's a recurring enemy that we see a few times throughout the run. She's a meanie. She's going to vandalize this machine, which is a very rude thing to do. It's super rude. There it is. All right, and this is pretty much where we start the run. I will pick up that shortwave
How you
radio.
survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive.
So we're gonna go pick up our wrench soon. We're gonna walk around this hallway and pick up our wrench, and we're gonna bust through this rock wall, basically bust some rubble up, and move on to the next area. And there's gonna be a splicer at the top of the stairs who's gonna throw a flaming couch at us. Now this is important because we can do a little RNG manipulation. For some reason, if we jump over the flaming couch on the left side of the stairwell, it'll cause the splicer in the next room to move towards us so that we have less distance to travel before we go kill him. And you have to kill him to move on to the next area, so we can do a little bit of RNG manipulation to make that stuff happen faster. So here we go to the left side of the hallway here, we'll jump over it, boing, and he hops right up towards us. That was nice. That was nice. Sometimes he's agreeable, sometimes he's not. And here's that weird electro bolt trick I was talking about earlier. Do a little save load action here. And we're gonna get our electro bolt and then we're gonna hop away from this machine. Here we go. Come on. Oh, we got that. That wasn't too terrible. That little, you gotta shock that lock in order to open up that door. And the hitbox for that lock can be really goofy. It wasn't perfect, but we got it pretty decent. Now that little corridor is like really tricky because you're trying to hop through it, but it's a very small corridor, so it just makes it tough to get through there, but we did alright. We keep hopping around. Like I say, we got the weird hopping mechanics because of the machine that we got the electro bolt is like constantly trying to suck us into it, so we got to do like just this weird hopping action throughout the whole level. But here we go. Hit that guy. Kind of got to do some weird hopping around to get him to spawn. Go at that guy and hit him and hop through there. That was pretty smooth. That wasn't too bad. Now we're gonna get into the elevator. This elevator hop can be kind of a drag. It can be a little bit tough just because of the weird way that we're being sucked into that machine. You have just a very narrow window to get into this little elevator. It can be annoying. It can be annoying to get in there. There we go. That definitely wasn't perfect, but it wasn't the worst. It wasn't ideal, but that's fine. Now we get to hang out in this elevator for a little while. I like to try to hit all the horizontal bars just for funsies. Maybe, just maybe. Bonk, 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 and bonk. Oh, I missed. Oh no, I missed. Oh well. Okay, so we get out of here. You can hop out of that elevator early as soon as you hear that little ba-da-ding. We're gonna get our pistol and we're gonna try to hop through here. Hopefully it's nice to us. We got through there real quick. That can be another awkward spot to get through just because of the weird jumping mechanic we're doing here. Now you gotta be careful in this area. There's a lot of stuff on the floor, like some weird geometry, and if you hit it, it slides you all over the place and it's super annoying. Do another little save load action here to skip through some more cutscenes. Normally in this next area, we'd have to watch this whole cutscene with the big daddy and the little sister and all that kind of stuff, but we're just gonna go right past it. All right. Pretty decent. Pretty decent so far. I'm gonna take care of this splicer right here. Through her body if we can. That was good. Whoa. Wow, something, I ran into something on the floor that bounced me all over the place there. That was really weird. But it was just fine. Alright, so here we go. We gotta shoot this one splicer that's gonna be on our right down this hallway, and it can be a real drag. Oh, I got it. Good, good. It doesn't seem that hard, but it actually can be kind of tough. Now, if you shoot those splicers early before they get to that water, you can save a little bit of time, which I did. I saved a tiny bit of time. Every little bit counts. There's going to be another couple splicers we try to do the same thing. There we go. We saved a little bit of time. It wasn't amazing. I could have saved a little bit more time, but that actually wasn't terrible. So we hang out here, wait for this door to open, and we're going to get out of this level. Now, normally when you try to exit the level, the door locks on you, and you have to watch a cutscene. So we're going to do a really weird thing here where we just zap the exit, and it exits the level for us. I don't know why that works, but it does. Boom. We don't have to watch the cutscene. We just move on. And now we don't have to worry about that jumping mechanic anymore. The game is done with that. Now we're going to do our one and only hacking sequence coming up here. And this hacking sequence is kind of interesting because As long as it's a fresh load of the game, this hacking sequence will always be the same. But let's say I were to hack this and then like restart without exiting the windows and try to hack it again, it would be different. So you want to make sure it's always a fresh load of the game, and that little hacking sequence will always be the same. Take care of her. Walk up the stairs. And this is the level where we'll get to see if our flings are going to work. I believe they will, but you never know. Depends on the computer you're running it on. It just has to do with frames. I think it should work here, but we got some backup strats in case the flings aren't nice to us. So we're just going to cruise through here, activate this little ghost here, and we can go back and kill another enemy or two if we feel like it. Maybe get some more loose if we feel like it. We're on a little timer until this door allows us to open it up. Now, one thing we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to grab some of these armor-piercing rounds right here. And it's actually, like, kind of easy to, like, walk past it and try to grab it and miss. But I got him pretty slick there, pretty easily. That wasn't too bad. All right, we're going to zoom up here. We're going to get our Incinerate, which is necessary for death warps throughout the run. So we definitely want to get that. It's a good idea to kill that second slicer right there, because he can body block you sometimes. That guy can get in your way a lot of the times, but he's actually pretty decent. All right, I'm going to make a hard save right here, just in case we do have issues with the fling. But I think it should be fine. That guy did not come after me. Or I didn't hit him with a fire. All right, we want to pick up that audio diary that I just picked up off the ground right there. Very important for the diary skips that we do throughout the game. We got Telekinesis and Incinerate. Those are the only two plasmids we're going to worry about. Incinerate's going to help us with our death warps, and Telekinesis is just crazy powerful, plus it helps us do a handful of skips throughout the game. Let's see if we can not fail on corner hops. Hey, we did it. I'm going to put some fire down just in case splicers decide to try to follow me. They'll, Oh, it's not letting me change my arm, my ammo around. Oh well, that's fine. That won't be the end of the world. This box is in a really weird position. Okay, we're gonna wait till it's straight on. So whether these things are straight on or sideways can kind of have an effect on how they travel. By the way, we are good on flings, ladies and gentlemen, so that's good. That makes us run a little easier. I think. Uh-oh, will it not let me hop over the wall? That might have been just a not great fling there too, so we'll see. You're gonna have to go away, sir. This thing doesn't want to sit the way I want it to. Oh, there we go. All right, we're gonna try this again. Oh yeah, all right. We're gonna have to be kind of tricky about this because it'll work. We're just gonna have to be a little clever about it. Right there, we're gonna set it up. Get out of here, Thunder Splicer. Oh, that wasn't great. We'll get this to work. I'm just gonna have to be a little creative with this box here. Oh, does it not want to give me collision on this thing for some reason? Yeah, it doesn't want to give me collision at the moment, but it will. All right, I'm gonna make a quick save right here. There we go. There we go. We hopped over the wall. So the reason we do that, we hop over that wall there, is because it's going to allow us to skip a Vita chamber so that we res in a more specific spot. Come on, security bot. There we go. We're going to reduce our health here. We're going to get set up for a death warp coming up. And hopefully I do well on my Steinman skip. This skip is pretty tough. We're going to try to hit this guy by throwing this buck at him and hitting him at a certain point. We hit him. Good stuff. Now we're going to hit him with his body. Hopefully he doesn't kill me. We got him. We're good. That was really clean, folks. I'm happy about that. Okay, we're going to do a death warp here. We do it in that specific spot because it allows us to skip the animation of rezzing, which it worked. You guys probably couldn't tell because you don't know what to look for, but it worked out really well. Now let's see if we can get a good tennis ball hop. Right here. Oh, it disappeared before I could get to it, so we did not get a good tennis ball hop, but that's fine. That's fine. It allows us to save like a fraction of a second. All right, we're pretty much done with Medical Pavilion. We just need to get on out of here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we are. This game has a tendency to have like weird little lag spikes, so you kind of just have to play through it and hope for the best.
Security alert reactivated.
All right, hop through the water. Always a good idea to hop through water. You'll go a little bit faster. But there's Medical Pavilion. Dunzo. All right, on to Neptune's Bounty. Now you want to start moving forward as this level is like loading up, because there's going to be a part right at the beginning where it's black like this, and you're able to move forward. You just have to know where to travel. There we go. We're going to fight a Big Daddy coming up. We normally don't care too much about the Big Daddies, the Little Sisters, but we fight this Big Daddy and save this Little Sister because it allows us to take advantage of a different glitch later on. So we're going to hit him with some barrels. Take him down. Rescue this Little Sister. And the position of the Big Daddy and the Little Sister is really good right there, because we're straight on with that door in front of us, which is, that's going to be our goal here, is to get through this door as that loads, which we did. Shoot this thing up a little bit, get ready to grab its projectile it's going to throw out. There we go. I meant to do a corner hop there, but I missed it, which is fine. We're going to hit an invisible hitbox with this missile, and it's kind of hard to see because of all the fireness of it, but we got it. There's an invisible hitbox up there that we hit that allows us to take advantage of another glitch coming up. We'll do right now. This is another fling. And this one can be a little tricky. You just have to know where to set the barrel. Right about there. There we go. Boom, got it. First try, not bad. That one can be a little tricky, but yeah, we nailed it. Woot. Woot, woot, woot. So we'll keep on cruising through here, bust these locks, and we're going to work on some camera research. We're going to try to get early cameras. So we're supposed to take a picture of 3 spider splicers. However, if we take a picture of the first spider splicer before the objective marker pops up, we can take a picture of the first spider splicer twice and have it count as 2 separate spider splicers. So that's going to happen in this very next room up here. There's our camera. We got it before the thing popped up. We were successful, so that's good. So we got 2 pictures out of 3. So all we got to do is take a picture of 1 more spider splicer, and then we'll be ready to do a death warp and get out of here. So we want to like manage our health here. We want to get ready for another death warp, like I say. So we're going to put some fire on the ground. And we're going to get ready to take this splicer out so it doesn't accidentally kill us early. Take a picture of that spider splicer up there. We're going to die right on top of this little thing right here. And we're going to do another death warp to this spot where we were early. And we're going to jump over here and get ready for another death warp. Right here. Now this guy you got to be careful for, because he'll sometimes try to kill you early. He's a mean. All right, so we're going to get right in this corner. We're going to do another death warp. Bonk. There we go. Perfect. So here we are, we're going to go talk to Peach. We're going to do a weird thing with this grenade launcher here. So in a second, Peach is going to take away all of our weapons. But we are going to just carry... Oh, there we go. So we're doing some audio diary skips here. That's what that's all about. But yeah, we're going to actually like carry this grenade launcher in with us old school by like physically carrying it with telekinesis. So here we go. We're gonna it's gonna take all of our weapons away right there, but then we're gonna grab this and pick it up after they've already taken all of our weapons. So now the only weapon we have is our wrench and our grenade launcher, which is cool, which is fine. We don't even really grab the grenade launcher so that we can use it right now. We grab it so that we have more ammo later on. All right, do another diary skip here. So in a second, as long as we're standing here, looking in this direction, Peach will spawn to our left in just a second. There he is. Killed him. Perfect. A little RNG manipulation to make sure that this guy spawned where we wanted. And after we kill him, we can move on. We'll melt some ice here. We're going to get our one and only weapon upgrade that we care about, which is our grenade launcher damage increase, because we want to make sure that we can kill big daddies as fast as we can later on. So here we go. This is pretty much the end of Smuggler's Hideout. That didn't go too bad at all. All right. So this next level is like a in-between-Z level. It's not like a real full level. It takes like a minute and a half. And we're going to do a really cool trick to sneak out of a door early and avoid watching a whole cutscene. All right, let's do some hops through the water. Like I say, anytime you have water, it's always a good time to hop through it. You'll go just a teeny bit faster. So we have vertical sync turned off. Now you notice I'm hopping up that little walkway there. And it's very important that you hop up it. For some reason, vertical sync, it helps us to do our flings. So that's why we have it turned off. But if you have it turned off, that one platform that I was walking up, you walk up it at like a snail's pace. It's really weird. I don't think I hit it. Oops. You can bust that lock early with a shotgun if you're aiming at it. All right, so we're gonna do a quick save and use item, little saving trickery, where we quick save right there. Then I like hit the use item button, and then I immediately start walking backwards. So as the game is quick saving, I'm moving backwards, and it allows us to escape under that door before it closes and locks. So right now there's a cutscene going on that we'd normally be watching from up in the window, but we're supposed to be right up there. But instead we're down here and moving on through the level. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to activate the door and do another diary skip to cause the level to finish early. Here we go. And that is Smuggler's Hideout. A nice, easy, simple level. And this level we're going to almost skip past almost the whole thing by doing a fling over a trigger. So there's a trigger in this level that causes like a bunch of poison to flood the area, and the door to the next level locks, and you have to go do a whole bunch of crap to get the door to unlock. But we're just gonna jump over the trigger that locks the door, and we'll be just fine. We'll move right on to the next level. We'll tear his heart out. Calm down, Atlas. You're so mad. So we're going to do some more camera research. We don't really care a whole lot about camera research, except for these folks right here, because they're going to give us sports boost, which is going to cause us to run a teensy bit faster. There it is. So for the most part, we don't really have to worry about camera research. And on our way down from that jump, we're going to grab this box here, which we're going to use to fling over that trigger I was talking about earlier. Now, if for some reason we're not able to manage to get all of your camera research earlier, you can do it on that guy that we just passed, as well as you can take a picture of this other guy coming up if you really need a little bit of extra camera research. But you should be good by the time you hit this area. So it's a good idea to kill that one splicer, because that splicer will come over here and try to harass you while you're setting up this trick. So it's a good idea just to take him out so you don't have to worry about it. So we can't move too far, and we cannot look behind us because we're setting up for this trick. And that seems like a pretty good setup. I might be a little too close to that bench, but we'll see what happens. Oh yeah. we didn't trigger the exit of the level, so we're actually fine. This box is not working with us. There we go. There we go. Okay, this looks like a really good setup for it actually, so I think we should be good here. Oh, that was a bad jump. So you can hear that noise. That means that I triggered the level to end. Oh, it wasn't a good jump here. We're going to try to move a little to our right and jump over there. Nope. Here, we can get this. We're just hitting a tree branch. That's what's happening. I might need to move this box a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna pick this box up and move it. That's just unfortunate placement, which is it can happen. We'll try moving it a little bit and doing it from right here. Make another quick save. Let's try it from here. This looks like a better spot. There we go. That's clean. So we jumped over the trigger that locks the level down, and now we can get out of here. Yay! Huzzah! We'll shoot that out of our way just cause. Just cause. Alright, so now we're going to Fort Frolic. And we're going to do something similar where we're going to do a fling to skip this whole level. This one's easier to set up, thank goodness. That last one's actually not too terrible to set up. I was just having just a tough little time, but it wasn't too bad. This is another one of those levels where we can move forward as everything is black, you know, so you want to just start moving forward so you're not wasting time. But we're going to grab the suitcase. We're going to use this to fling over this railing. So as soon as we walk in here, Sandra Cohen's going to lock this place down, but we're going to jump over the lock and we're just going to get out of this level. Here we go. We made it. We made it. We're going to jump over here, and the end of the level trigger should be like right. Oh, I saw it just a second ago. There it is. It's like floating in midair. So there we go. We skip past that whole level. That's kind of unfortunate because Fort Frolic might be like the coolest level in the game. But we just get past it. We skip past it. We don't need to worry about it. So now we're on Hephaestus, and this is probably, I don't know, it's one of the most annoying levels in the game, simply because we do a lot of death warps in this level, which really isn't the worst thing in the world, but it just gives you a lot of opportunities to accidentally die in inopportune spots. But hopefully we'll have a nice clean run where we don't accidentally die early, etc., etc. It should be fine. It should be fine. We're gonna grab this, blast this splicer so he doesn't. We don't want that splicer to shoot these barrels in front of us because we need it for a shortcut. Boink, boink, hop over those rocks. That saves like a few seconds. Not the craziest thing in the world, but it's a thing. It's a thing. All right, so we're gonna get this audio diary, and we want to play that audio diary, and then immediately play another one because this next door won't open up until that diary finishes playing. So we can basically move on to the next area early by playing a couple audio diaries. This, I like to shoot a body up there just for fun. Hey, we got it to stick. What fun. What good luck. What good luck. That's a good omen. Usually that body likes to fall down. But if you make good shots, you need it to stay up there. So we're going to blast those fools with a grenade just to get them out of our way. Otherwise, they like to body block you. I like to put some fire on the ground in case splicers try to follow me. That way they blow up. They don't blow up. They light on fire and they die if they try to follow us. So now we're going to kill some big daddies because we need some parts from their bodies. We need parts from their bodies, I tell ya. We're not going to collect it yet, but we're going to use little components from their corpses to build a bomb. We're going to build a bomb. All right, we're going to reload our grenades here. So oh, the big daddy is up here. That's uncommon. Usually he's downstairs. It's fine. It doesn't matter, but it's just uncommon for him to be up here. It actually is kind of convenient because he's directly on the way, like on the path that we need him to be later on. So it's actually totally okay that he was up there. It's just he's usually not. Okay, so we want to manage our health very carefully in this level. Like I said, we're doing death warps, but we don't want to trigger our invincibility frames early. So the way that invincibility frames work, come on now, there we go. The way invincibility frames work is like if you take lethal damage, it'll basically put you towards 1 hit point, and then give you invincibility frames for a handful of seconds. And I'm pretty sure I'm playing it safe because I don't know if I already hit my invincibility frames. But yeah, after you hit those invincibility frames, like I say, you have a little bit of time where you're not going to be taking damage, like you saw right there, and then after like 4 or 5 seconds, you can start taking damage again. And so it allows you to really control when you actually die, but it can be tricky. Anyways, we're going to start collecting our components. That was Big Daddy Corpse 1. We got our ionic gel container number 1. We're going to start setting up for another death warp here. Right when we pass through this door. Do our death warp. We want to get down, hit our invincibility frames, collect that thing, and do a death warp. Do a death warp. All right. So we're going to collect the final few components. Go find that other Big Daddy corpse that we lit up here. We'll go grab it. We'll go grab it right to our right up here. How fun. We got our component. How nice. Grab our last ionic gel container right there. That was good movement right there. Get our last component. That's the last thing we need totally. And then we're going to come up here and get ready for another death warp as we build our bomb. We get ourselves, we trigger our invincibility frames, we move out of the fire, build our bomb, and as soon as that bomb is finished getting built, we run back into the flames. And now we're going to hop through the middle of this level. We got our bomb built, we need to go place the bomb, and then we can get out of here. We're going to do a fling right here. Oh, I almost didn't make it, but we good. We good. We do this, we're going to hop right through the center of the level, and this is where we need to place our bombs, right here. Boom, got it. We got it. So now we're going to get out of this level. That was a pretty clean Hephaestus. Like I say, this level can be kind of annoying, and it gives you plenty of spots where you can accidentally screw up if you're not being careful, but we did really well there. I'm trying to grab this corpse. Oh well, I didn't grab the corpse. That's fine, I guess. Hopefully there's another corpse up here for me. There is. It's good to have a corpse and your shotgun out, because there's going to be a guy who's going to try to body block you in this doorway right there. If you have your shotgun in a body, you can just take care of them like that. Yikes, yeah, these guys will body block you. They can be a pain. We'll hit that, we'll wait for these locks here to bust, and then we'll get ready to run through the doors here. Boom, there we go. We're gonna do a really cool skip coming up at the beginning of the next level where we're basically going to, oops, yeah, there we go. We're gonna trigger the door as if we're gonna go back to the previous level, but we're gonna play a radio message right before it so that it won't actually trigger us back to the previous level until that radio message plays. But we can extend that by doing other dialogue options to make sure we can really just basically control exactly when we get warped back to the previous level. And that's important because it's going to allow us to skip past a bunch of dialogue. So there's an invisible wall right behind us, and it won't allow you to pass unless you do a little bit of parkour. We're going to jump on top of this here, and we're going to jump. Oh, there we go. We made it over the invisible wall. It can kind of be a little, it's a little tricky to jump over that vending machine. The geometry on it is a little weird, but I got it. So we're going to do some dialogue manipulation here, which is going to allow this door in front of us to open up early. What we're going to do is we're going to trigger this dialogue sequence with Andrew Ryan up here, and then we're going to get warped out of the level. There we go. We trigger the sequence right there, and we get warped back. By playing that dialogue, that audio diary right there, we were able to trigger the end of the level to warp us back to the previous level since we hit that door before we even started this area. So we're back into Hephaestus, which was the previous level. And as soon as it lets us go back to RCC, we're going to go. There we go. And now we can skip past all that Andrew Ryan cutscene that happens. This is like the M. Night Shyamalan twist of the game, but we're just going to not watch any of it. Instead, what we're going to do, since we passed through that door and triggered that Andrew Ryan cutscene, it ended up locking, like, a gate drop down and is locked, preventing us from moving forward towards where Andrew Ryan is. But we're going to use this napalm here and fling over that locked door and then just walk right past Andrew Ryan as he's doing his little diatribe. Okay, so we'll set this down right here. Ooh. The position, okay, so the angle of this is really weird. Like I say, you kind of want it to be straight aligned with you, but it's at a weird angle. I think it'll be okay. Hey,
Do we
first
have time
try.
for a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, we have a $10 donation from Mr. Bubbles saying, how can I donate during Bioshock? Good luck with the run, Benedictator. You got this easy.
Hey, thanks, Mr. Bubbles. That's awesome. Thank you very much for the donation. Mr. Bubbles is obviously a pretty fitting name for somebody who watches Bioshock speedruns. All right, so this part also is a large amount of dialogue. It's like minutes of dialogue that fortunately we can skip past by playing some audio diaries, which is what we will do. Oop, there we go. Having some issue with menuing apparently. There we go. And we can skip, normally there would be a door right there that was locked and we'd have to sit there for minutes while dialogue played, but we're going to zoom right past it. Napalm, you can come with me. You served me really well today. You got to go exit Rapture with me. So we follow little sisters here. They trick us into a little booby trap. And that's the end of this level. All right. So now we're in a room full of little baby men. That's what I call the little sisters, little baby people. The baby mans.
Welcome back, child. Welcome to the city.
So this part is a little bit of just waiting around. We can do some audio diary skips to make things move a little bit faster, but for the next minute or so, we're just going to be hanging out here, listening to Tenenbaum and hanging out with the little sisters.
You have saved many of my little ones.
This girl gets mad if you eat her candy bars, so we're definitely going to do it.
We made your mind with many locks.
Listen, if she get all mad. That's mine. Hey! Sorry. It's in my belly, so it's mine now. This is something I like to do while we're waiting. I like to see how many times I can hop on top of her head. She like tries to bounce you off. My world record is 9. Usually an average one is like 3 or 4. Nothing special there. Now our second little mini game that I play to try to pass the time is our teddy bear hops. What we're gonna try to do is hop on top of this teddy bear and then hop on top of this little sister's head. But once you hop on top of that teddy bear, Like, you only get one chance. So let's see what we got. See if we got that good luck. Oh, nope, not so much. No, no teddy bear hops. I failed. That's a bad omen. That's all right. It does nothing for the run itself, so we're fine. Baby man won this time. All right, we're gonna grab this little handle here, do the thing, and do the thing. So we're just waiting for this handle to turn a certain amount so we can crawl under this door right to our right. Right there. And we're gonna do something very similar to what we did in the RCC level, where we're gonna trigger, like we're gonna open a door to the next level, but then we're gonna walk out before the door closes behind us. And we're gonna control when we exit this level through audio diaries. So, it's this door right here. And go to our menu, play a radio message, and walk out of there before it shuts. Now, as soon as this message finishes playing, it's going to warp us out, but we can extend that by quick saving it and quick loading. Whenever we do that, do a quick save and a quick load, it'll start replaying the audio message right as it loads. And I think we have good dialogue, so I might actually not even have to worry about the quick saving or the quick loading. Yeah, we got good dialogue there, so we don't have to worry about it. So we're going to play that dialogue that we just picked up, and then we're going to play a radio message. Very important that you do it in that order, or else it'll warp you out of the level early, and that's just sadness. Now this code is 5744. So the turning the dials there is really kind of weird in this game. There's like a weird amount of lag between when you click to turn the dial and when the dial actually turns. So you just have to be like real conscious of like how many times you've clicked it, and it can be easy to mess it up just because it doesn't turn when you want it to turn. But whatever, it's a thing. It's a thing. So you want to kill that camera up there. Otherwise, if you don't, this door will never open. You have to shoot that. You have to kill that security camera first. Hi, Big Bear. So we're going to do something similar to where we can play a dialogue to trigger the end of this level early, but we have to grab the lot 192 before the level finishes loading, which we did. If you try to trigger the end of that level early and don't grab that lot 192, like if you don't make it there in time, you'll exit out to this level, and then you'll just have to turn around and go right back. It's super annoying. But we did it good. We did it good. And our health is actually ideal. We want to have almost no health coming up here because we're going to get ready for another death warp. So this level is like kind of all about managing a tiny amount of health, which is easier. It's easier than it sounds. It's not too difficult. And if you have a lot of health, there are certain areas that you can lose health, you know, by taking certain actions. Like right here, I have this ice, so I'm going to freeze an enemy or two. I'm going to freeze this guy so he doesn't do a ton of damage. I'll let this guy shoot me a couple times. Yeah, that's enough. Our health is pretty much right where we want it, so we should be good right here. Place that there so that security camera doesn't send bots after us. We're gonna do a corner hop. Hopefully I don't fail the corner hop. It's an easy one. Poink, poink, we're good. Now this target dummy here will allow us to open up doors early, which is cool. We can just set it here in front of the door. Oops. Oh, that was sad. I got caught up on some weird geometry on the floor, and it like halted my movement, so that machine got me. It got me. That's fine. We'll just do that again. We're right here, so we're not too far away. That's definitely a time loss, and if I was on like some sort of PB pace, that would have been a very sad thing to happen, but that's all right. We'll make it through somehow. Yeah, I got caught up. Must have been that wood plank that I walked onto, and it like stopped my movement, which was really unfortunate, but that's fine. So this is our second lot 192. Now everything's back to normal as far as our plasmids go. I don't know if you guys noticed, my plasmids were all kitty wampus there. It was all random. Everything's back the way it is, the way it should be now. It's back to normal. So do Death Warp there, and then we're going to exit this level. We're going to do an elevator skip coming up here. Kind of a cool little trick.
They say to save one life is to save the world entire.
Is that what they say, Tenenbaum? Is that what they say? I've never heard anybody say that. So here I like to kill these splicers.
Will you deliver
Has no, you don't have to. I just like to blow them up because I can. Now these other ones coming up, we actually do want to blow up so they don't get in our way while we're getting ready for this next trick. But there is an elevator. There's a normal elevator that works, and then there's a broken elevator that we're going to hop down because falling down an elevator is much faster than riding down one normally. Oh, there we go. We did it good. We did it good. There we go. There we go. Elevator trick complete. So that's an interesting area. I like to soft lock before I go into that area. Most people, or I like to save before I do that elevator skip because it can soft lock. It's not the hardest trick to do in the world, but if you do it wrong, it can soft lock, and that's kind of a bummer if that happens. So I do a quick save right before it. Most folks don't, but it's fine either way. So this is another level that we're going to skip pretty much the entire thing. We're going to hop over a trigger right at the beginning of the level, and we're going to walk out of the door like before this guy shuts it in front of us. So this is our last chance kid skip. We call it last chance kid because he keeps repeating that before you try the trick, which is funny. If you try it and you miss it, you just get like multiple last chances. Last chance kid. So we're going to grab this, hop over that fire so this cylinder doesn't ignite and explode in our hands. And we're going to use this just to blast these 2 security bots out of the way just so they don't bother us. Probably not necessary to do this, but I like to do it so they don't harass me. And we're going to get ourselves set up for this skip. You have to set up just so. So we're going to look at the floor. We're going to want the corner of that rug to be like right in the center of that circle, and then we want to put the circle like right there on those windows. We'll do a quick save because this trick can be a little difficult. We're going to hop over. Oh, nope, not so much. Last chance, kid.
Last chance,
All right, I gotta hop a little earlier. Yeah, you see that last chance, kid, right? Last chance, kid. Last chance, kid. Oh, I almost made it. We'll try again. We'll try it again. Last chance, kid. I feel like this one is good. This one felt clean. Yay, we made it. Woohoo! Yeah, it's a cool little trick. I like that one. That one's super nifty. So, last chance, kid. Yeah, there's a little trigger that like cements you in place, and we're hopping over that trigger so we can keep moving forward and get out of there early. So we want to stand in a very specific spot here after we let this little sister out, and we want to start moving at a very specific time. Right there after she kind of moves and twitches. The reason we do this is because after we exit this door right in front of us, the little sister will either be walking or running depending on how we set that little portion up. It feels like RNG if you're new and you're not totally comfortable with how that setup goes. It can feel like RNG, but it's definitely not RNG. It's all totally controlled by you. So if I did good, she's running, and if I did bad, I failed. Yay, she's running. We've got a running little sister. Yay. Obviously, a running sister is faster than a walking sister. You know. Now the challenge is going to be to keep her running through the next part of this level, which is not a terrible challenge, but if she ends up taking damage from enemies, she might start walking again, which is a drag. But here we're basically going to have our little sister gathering from some bodies, and we're going to protect her from splicers. And we do that 3 times, and that's pretty much how this level works. We're going to get some proximity mines set up here. We're going to place them in certain areas where we know that these... Oh, wow, this guy spawned earlier. Usually they don't spawn that early. But we're going to place proximity... Oh, that was a little too far for that proximity mine. We'll set up a few. We'll set up a few right there. And that's going to cause those guys to explode as soon as they turn the corners, which, you know, they die a little bit quicker so we can move on to the next section a little quicker. Apparently I threw that grenade way too far out there as well. I was getting a little excited with those. That's fine. We'll get more sticky grenades in a second. So there's going to be 6 splicers for each of these gathering phases. And once we get the spider splicer, which we have right here, that's how you know the phase is over and she'll start moving again. So you don't want to get too far away from her either, otherwise she gets a little scared and stops running, and she'll just kind of hunker down and wait for you to get close to her again. But looks like we're doing well. We're doing well. We want to blow up this one as well. And then we're going to get our proximity mines back out. Oh, where are you going, little sister? Why are you running so far back? Don't do that. Sometimes she'll run backwards sometimes if things go a little odd. If she's not totally satisfied with your movement or something, she'll run all the way backwards just to piss you off. She knows. She knows. Little sisters, you develop a acute hatred for the little sisters if you ever run the Bioshock games. They're the worst. They're the worst. So we're good on our proximity mines. We're not going to want to use anymore. We're going to want to make sure we have 6 by the time we're done with this gathering sequence. And I have 6 right now, so we're not going to use any more sticky grenades. Telekinesis, by the way, I think I mentioned it earlier, but telekinesis in this game is way crazy OP. It's a one-shot hit for all the enemies, well, except for like big daddies and stuff. Also, one-shot hit items, hats. Any sort of hat or a mask is a one-shot hit. You'll kill any splicer by using telekinesis with it. A teddy bear is a one-shot hit item. Items that are not one-shot hits are rakes with big metal spokes. And other big items like suitcases and stuff like that don't necessarily always kill them on one shot either, which I find that odd. I feel like if a rake with like steely, pikey ends doesn't kill somebody, but a teddy bear does, that just seems weird to me. So we're gonna get our steel tip bolts here, our crossbow ready for this next area. There's gonna be some splicers that are hiding out underwater, and we're just gonna take them all out with the crossbow here. It's a one-shot hit for them with the steel tip bolts. And let's give ourselves a little health handy. How about that? All right, so here they go. They're gonna pop out of the water here. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. We got him. Got him. She's following us. Oops. Oh, my body go away. There we go. Come on, little sister. There she is. Come on, baby man. I'm trying to hit this splicer with that body. Give me a tough time. There's that enemy up there that we want to hit as well as this one right there. We'll have her move towards us. So, the game gives us tons of proximity mines during this area, which is awesome. And you're thinking, great, I'm going to load this area up with proximity mines to kill all these splicers early, right? You don't want to do that, actually. If you use proximity mines during this phase of the fight, it has a small chance of soft locking the game on you, so no proximity mines. No proximity mines for us. Instead, we'll just do this area like normal. I'm a good girl, Mr. D. I hear him. I hear him. I love the ragdoll physics in this game. They're pretty fantastic. There we go. That's this phase finished. There's going to be a guy. That corpse right there is alive. So we're going to shoot him a couple times. He should be dead. I don't think he's getting up, but we'll throw that over there just in case he's still feeling it. So we're good on our proximity mines. We're going to want... There we go. I'm going to get my trap bolts out for this next part. So there's going to be a big daddy that pops out of this wall here, but we don't want to trigger it yet. We want this little sister to start opening up the next door, which is like past that wall right there. And she's probably opening it up right now. So once she does that, we'll get ready to fight this big daddy. We'll play some of these trap things down, and it'll instantly kill him. He'll just ask for him to kill himself. And she is done opening this door, so the timing was really good as far as that goes. Now we're just going to make sure we have all the ammunition that we want for the boss fight, which is going to be 6 of these proximity mines and at least 4 of these trap bolts. The steel tip bolts, not the trap bolts, rather. And we have all the ammo we need for a perfect boss fight. So we're coming up on the end of the run here, just FYI. It'll be probably another like couple minutes, minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then we'll be done. We're making our way to the boss fight pretty much right now. After she slowly crawls into this hidey hole and hands us her little syringe. Now we can move on to the next level. Yay! Time to go to the boss fight. Okay, so this fight's going to be 3 phases. We'll finish the first 2 phases. He'll instantly die during the first 2 phases because we're going to play some proximity grenades down. And then for the last phase, we're just going to run up to him while hitting him with some steel tip bolts. And after we stab him with a syringe for the 4th time, that'll be the run. And I'll make sure to give you a little heads up as soon as we're getting close to that.
You were my ace in the hole, but you were also the closest thing I ever had to a son. And that's why this hurts. Betrayal, kid.
Betrayal, kid.
Life ain't strictly business.
All right, so we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna place 3 proximity grenades down for the first 2 phases, and that'll instantly kill him. So there's stab 1, do this 4 times, and then he's dead. He's gonna jump down, he's gonna instantly die. We're gonna place 3 more. We'll get our, not our camera. Get our steel pistol. So there we go, phase 2. He's dead instantly. We'll go poke him with this. There you go. All right, so next time I run up to him and poke him like this, we'll be done with the run. So it'll be like, get him 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go, time. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. That was Bioshock. That was, woo! Yeah, that was a pretty, a fairly clean run. That wasn't too bad, so thank you, everybody. What's up, everybody? All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the donations. Everybody who hasn't donated should definitely check out the donation links and the incentives, donating towards a good cause. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Like I say, my name's Benadictator. You can find me. The spelling is weird. I think they have it right, but you can find me on Twitch. If anybody's interested in running Bioshock, feel free to find me and message me. I'd be happy to give you a link to the Discord channel and share any of my knowledge with you. But yeah, thanks, everybody. That's it for me.
All right. Thank you so much, Benedictor. Next up, we have Velociraptor. He will be running Dragon Warrior 3, so sit tight.